Hello everyone, welcome to the presentation of VoiSense. It's a smartwatch application that harnesses voice interaction on a smartwatch to collect the sensor data. Data collection is a major hurdle faced by the researchers, particularly in the field of ubiquitous computing, because it requires significant manual effort and time. Moreover, the small form factor of the smartwatch limits its ability to take any input from the user and also the preferences and the labels. The existing systems or the apps offer limited flexibility and it takes the inputs manually, which is really difficult for the user. To address these challenges, we present VoiSense, a smartwatch-based application that uses voice interaction on a smartwatch to collect the activity and the physiological data. It's an easy-to-use app without requiring any expertise from the user or any significant manual effort of data collection or annotation. VoiSense enables convenient data collection from the users by intelligently gathering the preferences and the labels using voice interaction. Once starting the app, it asks for what kind of data the user wants to collect, the name or an identifier of the person wearing the watch, and how long the user wants to collect the data. Once the user provides this information, it also asks the user what kind of activity or data the user wants to collect, and also if the user wants to attach any other text to the data. Once it collects all these preferences from the users, it collects the data using the smartwatch sensors according to these preferences, and finally, after collecting the data for the time specified by the duration of for the time specified by the user, it saves the file according to the name following these preferences. Moreover, it uses voice interaction for collecting all these preferences, so the user does not have to put any text on the smartwatch screen, which is really small. Now we'll see a demo of VoiSense. So now we'll see how VoiSense interacts with the user to collect the smartwatch data. So there's a button on the smartwatch screen that's called interact. So the user begins an interaction with this.
Welcome. What kind of data you want to collect? Activity or heart rate?
I want to collect the activity data.
Please specify how many data samples you want from 1 to 100.
50 samples.
Please specify the name of the activity.
Sitting.
Please provide your name or an identifier for you.
John.
Which wrist you are wearing the smartwatch on, left or right?
Right.
Please specify any other tag you want to attach to the data.
No.
Starting data collection. Use the screen to stop collecting data.
So the data collection has started. So now after some time I stop the data
Finish
collection.
data collection. Do you want to save the collected data?
Yes.
Okay, save the data on the watch.
So now we are going to transfer the data from the watch to the laptop for viewing the data. So saving the data file. Let's have a look on the collected data. So we can see this is the activity data for the user Jack, and the activity was running. The user was wearing the watch on the right wrist, and this is the timestamp, and also the sensors data from the accelerometer, gyroscope, and the other sensors are here according to the timestamps. We also have the physiological data, that is the heart rate data collected by the timestamps. This file is also here. So this is how VoiSense collects the data and then saves the data in a CSV file. Now VoiSense engages the user in a verbal interaction and collects the preferences for data collection from the user. It collects the data from the user according to the preferences and finally saves the data in the smartwatch. It's an easy to use application that does not require any expertise from the user or any significant manual effort. And also, it overcomes the small form factor of the smartwatch using voice interaction.